What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Doc Illuminati. Coffee in the morning with your boy Doc Illuminati. Back with another video. So today, I got the I got the mic, laptop, all that hooked up in the car. Just wanted to see how this take goes. You know what I'm saying? Audio check, stuff like that. We want to talk about a few things too. I had woke up this morning and I was thinking about all the complications that people have been speaking about lately. And I've even watched this dude. He had a dealership and he had so many cars on his dealership. And he said that they weren't selling anything. They haven't sold anything in weeks. So they dropped the prices all down to 2,500. And he said they still wasn't getting no sales. And I'm like, there is an extreme fall that's going on when it comes to economics and stuff like that. And I've been affected in several ways. The mechanic shop, you know what I mean? Got to be honest with y'all, but the mechanic shop is down. That's no longer a thing. I mean, the one we were at is down. That's where we were at, the Exxon. I ain't really want to tell people that, but that's where we were. Huge gas station. They usually draw in their own service. We're pretty much franchised in with them, so we kind of depend on the traffic that Exxon gets for that gas station. They ain't doing too well, and pretty soon they're probably going to close up that Exxon. So, and that's actually been one of the most busy Exxons that I've known. Right? It's a huge gas station, right? Exxons are everywhere. So when a lot of times people have their own business, and then somebody will tell you, oh well, you ain't. That's because you ain't on your shit. You gotta get your shit together. It's you. It's something you ain't doing right in the background. I mean, well, what happens when you franchise with corporations and you still go down? Is it still you? Is it you not on your shit? Were you on your shit when you got in that place? Because in order to make it to these places that these people on the outside room be saying, oh, you got to get your shit together, right? What the hell did y'all do? Have you even made it to where these people made it for you to be talking the way you talk? Because, you're telling them to get their ish together, right? But it's falling apart. What's falling apart is what they put together. So you're looking at them versus looking at the economic standpoint, right? That's really not smart. It's really not humane. And if anything, even if it was, it's definitely not business savvy. Because a person who's in business is going to know how to cut costs. So they're going to go down a line of things, and they're going to check out their finances, and they're going to see exactly what it is that's affecting them. Now, if you're checking out all this other stuff and you know it ain't you, but you're not looking at the climate of economy, then you're really not a business smart, savvy person. Sorry. So at the same time, it's like the Most High, I feel like, he's pulled a lot of people back from having to do so much activity, right? Not saying that he don't think that you deserve anything or you don't need anything. He's just stopping you from doing the unnecessary at these moments. He knows what's about to take place around the corner. Y'all don't. With y'all pockets being all filled up and you having all the money that you want, run around in the world, do everything that you want to do, you keeping yourself busy. You're keeping yourself distracted by the empowerment of the dollar bill that this society gave you and all the frivolous little adventures that you can go on with it. The Most High may be pulling you back because he wants to slow you down. You're like, oh, but I don't need to be slowed down. I got bills. Who been taking care of your bills this whole time? Was it really you? Or was it the Most High allowing you to take care of those bills? So everybody can't be saying, oh, well, the Most High just gave up on us. Because he didn't. I'm on my way to work right now. I know I just dropped a little album or whatever. And I say, look, work is slowing down. But it's not that I can't find a job. I can find a job. There's jobs everywhere, dog. It's that I'm not going to pressure myself and to push myself into doing other things when I've already done so. Sometimes, yeah, they might say, oh, yeah, boy, you got to live life and you just can't sit there and be stagnant. Sometimes the Most High do want you to sit there. Sometimes you'll realize why nothing's working and how you feel like you're so smart and you're trying to do everything in a book and nothing seems to be working or everything's playing against you. That's because he wants you to sit your ass down, man. Sometimes he don't need you to be up and active all the time because that up and activeness is keeping you distracted. It don't matter what it is. Don't let those bills distract you from you knowing that the Most High is taking care of you, or you knowing that the Most High wants a relationship with you. Don't let them bills distract you. Why don't you sit back and watch him take care of those bills? I've been telling y'all this since I got here on YouTube. I tell you, I've been living like this for a very long time, and I don't depend on nobody but the Most High to take care of me. That's why I have my own business, because I pray that he brings in my income. So when you actually are an entrepreneur, that's what you make, income. In the tax book, that's what the definition of income is: a person who brings in their own. Okay, so people who work for somebody, you don't make income, you make wages. It's a difference, okay? And on income, you don't have to pay tax. It's not mandatory that you pay tax on income. And y'all be thinking y'all know a little bit of something about something. You go do your homework and find out how many loopholes America created for America to be American. And if you're really an American, you would have took advantage of the American system and you would have realized so many things all the way down to this point, even in where we're at now. And why somebody like me telling you, don't pick up that second or third job. You're gonna sit here and try to argue with me all day about, and this is why this, and this is why you this, and this is why you that. This is why I'm cool. This is why I ain't stressing. This is why I have many blessings from the Most High. And every time, every corner you turn, it's always going to look like it's a problem. And it never really is, because I continue to have a faith in God. I continue to put my trust in him, continue to show him that I put my trust in him, no matter with or without. On my deathbed, if I have no one, guess what? I still got somebody. And that's the one person and the one thing that you cannot take from me. Even if this world would strip us from everything. If he cannot take the Most High from you, then you good. Remember, the Most High told you to come out of Babylon anyway. Come out of Babylon. Remember, I was telling y'all, when he said, come out of Babylon, my people. How are we supposed to come out of Babylon? How? Where are we go? Nobody even have money right now. He knows that. Is he getting ready to make us all rich right now? Not in Babylon. He not going to give us a whole bunch of Babylon money so we can go out here and be Babylonian free. That is the rich get rich or die trying I was talking about in one of the last videos. You gotta be rich in the spirit, because he's gonna cross us over onto the other side where it is the life for us, the prosperity and everything else. Dog, we're not gonna be prosperous here, bro. He told you to come out of here. What are you trying to sit here and be prosperous for? He's getting ready to remove us from here. This is why he not having you distract yourself right now. He keeping your pockets low for a reason, yo. Do you understand? You're supposed to just be relaxing, chilling, gaining that understanding of him, gaining that relationship and that closeness. You got to create your relationship with the Most High, making it better right now. Seeing what it is that he wants you to do, what purpose it is that he wants you to take right now on these roads. You got a gift. That's why, listen, look, Ringo don't be lying on his videos, man. I don't really watch him like that. But I got to be honest, I do still watch the bull, because I keep my eyes on a lot of people. It's not like, see, when you have eyes like me, you know how to decipher certain things, right? And what I know how to decipher is the truth is still the truth at the end of the day, right? Things can transpire and go crazy. That doesn't mean that you're following a particular person, right? Because everybody ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect, right? But that doesn't stop you from understanding or believing any kind of truth. And I heard the bull say something true the other day. Gotta be honest. Matter of fact, 2 things he said that was true. I'm gonna start with one of them. One of them, he said, he was telling people how he got people who watch him that hate him or that don't like him. I would favor myself to be in one of those categories. I don't necessarily gotta like you as a person. Let's be honest. I really don't like the bull for what he did to Breed. That's another brother in Christ, bro. Right? Now maybe I don't understand the whole story. but I did see some antics that kind of look a little demonic, if you ask me. I did a whole video about it before. Took it down because I said, Doug, I'm washing away with all that. I ain't, right? Boy never respond on that. That's cool. He ain't got a problem with me. But I was just there in the defense of my brother because it looked like some funny issues going on. So that's why I stood up and I said what I had to say because of what I felt. And I got a channel too, so I'm going to speak on that. And I know the people who is in my channel know this boy too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to try to hide nothing here. You feel me? But what he said, Ringo said was, he got people that hate him and don't like him, but they're there to, but they love to learn the information that he be having. I mean, that's if you keep speaking truth. I mean, if you stop being in yourself all the time and if you come from them scriptures and you relate your messages all the way back to the Most High and you stop getting in the midst of yourself a lot. Hey, I could say that for myself too, right? But like I said, nobody's perfect, right? So a lot of times people can see you differently on the outside, but I'm gonna tell you one thing: what happens when the truth hits you, or you hear the truth, it resonates well when you have a spirit of truth, because you're connected to it no matter what. So, and anybody could be used to spread the truth. So that is what it is there. That's one thing he said. The other thing he said was he said that you got to get on your purpose, and that's what I was talking about this right now. As far as a lot of y'all got gifts and talents. And God, he's willing, and he's waiting to see how much work y'all about to put in for him. Y'all say y'all want to get paid, right? You want to be rich, but what you trying to be rich in? You trying to be rich in the spirit, or you want to be rich in the Babylonian society? Which one is it that you want? Because he told you, come out of her. Now that's what I was saying. The fact that nobody got money to just pick up and leave America, right? Where the hell would we all go to? Where would we all fit? Right? We would literally have to go pick up and move a whole nother country out of their place just to, bro, this is Israel. If y'all didn't know it, all right? We are in Israel. The real Israel, this is Israel. That place over there, I don't care what the algorithms say. Nigga, I got to tell the truth up here. The Bible says that they are the people who claim that they are Jews and are not. Okay? And we have plenty of biblical descriptions to go back into, let's say, finance our word, right? To back us biblically, right? And have some value to what we're saying, right? I mean, I may not have all the APA format to tell you exactly what scriptures, but if you look up on Google, you can find around the topic of what I'm talking about. And I'm only saying this to cover my end as far as the format. So you're not placing these things, calling me a specific thing where if I tell you where I got the information, you cannot hold me accountable for any of it. So anything that I speak on that is in biblical terms comes from the Bible. You want to know? APA format, I ain't got to tell you not one scripture in there. You need to go search for yourself, because the Bible also tell you to study thyself approve, right? So me being said that, you go find it and you find the information and don't hold any algorithms against me. But I am speaking the truth, okay? And what I'm saying is, we all got gifts. And that's and when I heard Bull say that, when I heard Ringo say that, what was it? 2 days ago, when he was like, yo, you need to he said, get on your purpose or die trying, right? I did a video before that said get rich or die trying. He just did one that says get on your purpose or die trying. I mean, not saying that he's pointing it out to me specifically. Maybe you haven't seen my title or whatever, it's a good title to use, whatever. I don't care about nobody regurgitating nothing. It ain't about that. You feel what I'm saying? We all kind of got the same kind of community of people. It's a little funny, but like I said, at the same time, you don't know why certain people is watching certain people, because they still are getting information and they know how to eat the meat, spit out the bone. If your spirit ain't, let's say, registered for those things, right? Then I would suggest you be very careful who you listen to out here when it comes to content. Because everybody goes off. If you can't tell when a person is back in their physical form, I don't know what to tell you. You understand? Because that's not what we following. We ain't following no antics of man. So sometimes you're going to have to excuse certain things from certain people, especially when you know they still bring truth. So keep your eye on them. See how they moving. Because sometimes, if nobody's keeping their eye on them, then who's going to be there to correct them? Who is going to be there to correct him? Because ain't nobody perfect, but who's going to be there to correct him, to show him where he's in his error with certain things too, right? Now, we all men, so we don't got to call out another man, how he acts and this, that, and the third, and talking about, bro, that's so irrelevant. It really is. Now, if he's going up against community guidelines, biblical terms, then that's where we'll step in. You see what I'm saying? And we'll pull them daggers out and we start to sharpen blades around this mug. You understand what I'm saying? And that's vice versa. That's vice versa. Like I just said, it's something that I heard that came from him that made me do that last video that I did with the rap joint that I dropped yesterday or whatever. That's why I did that. Because I said, yo, that's what it's about. I'm about to get on my purpose for the Most High and be serious about it. Right? No lie. I felt it. When I heard him talking, it was in the morning, like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, right? And I tuned in because nigga only went live right now. Talking that ish. And was. My spirit was registering. I ain't gonna front. It was registering. Everything was being said. And I felt it. I said, yo, this is what it is. Yo, he right. The reason why things ain't working right now is because you're not serving the purpose. Right? I started doing that. Yo, tell me why. I have not been getting so many phone calls on my other business, right? Tell me why in the middle of working on a project, on that rap. And y'all can say what you want to say about the rap. Because what I'm rapping about, this, that, and the third, yeah, whatever. Dog, I was bombarded with 3 phone calls of business. All the way till today, dog. Do you know I just booked 5 jobs? 5. And dog, these jobs ain't no $100 jobs, bro. So in less than a 24-hour period, bro, I ain't been getting calls for almost months like that now. Out of nowhere. Hey, I'm just telling you how y'all can be mad at people, and when you turn certain off, and then you just leave it, and guess what? You missed a piece of information you was meant to get that actually worked. See what I mean? So, when I be telling y'all, don't just turn me off like that because you don't like what I'm saying, or you don't like how I'm bringing it, or you don't like me. You better stay for the information. Because it's the information that's going to help you. And I'm not saying that I know everything, so I'm going to help myself every time, or God's going to pour it out to me every time. God utilizes all kind of people. You just got to have your spirit open for truth. And maybe you'll receive it. And maybe you will be blessed. So there it is. I was blessed off of something that I received from Ringo. And it ain't a lie. Right? And I'm not going to tell you where somebody else's relationship is with God. I ain't got nothing to do with that. All I'm going to tell you is, don't be quick to turn people, like say, per se, all the way off. If you're really good at knowing how to chew up the meat and spit out the bone, then it would probably work for you. Because everybody ain't right about everything they say or everything they do. But when that truth hits you and it resonates, you can't front, bruh. And there he goes. And like he said, a mug would never give me the props. Well, I would, because I'm going to give credibility where credibility is due. So if you're fucking up, I'm going to give you that credit fucking up too. See what I'm saying? But when you hitting, that's hitting home, and you speaking that ish, y'all got to rock out with it. I'm going to be one of the first people that's going to take the suggestion. Because I did it immediately. And immediately, my whole day turned around, my whole week then turned around. All of a sudden, I got jobs booking in the next week right now. I've been down for weeks to months. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing jobs sporadically. But like I said, most I've been taking care of me. And so I don't be worrying about that, man. My bills be taken care of. My bills get taken care of. Right? Because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to try to get these things out of my way so I can have that peace in that time to sit down and do the work for the Most High that He told me to do. Most High told me to do. He didn't tell me to get up here and blog and have a podcast and all that. That was something that I wanted to do. That wasn't my job. That wasn't what He told me. What He told me to do what y'all saw, the material yesterday, making beats and music. He told us all to go back to our first love. And my first love was music that He gave me because He gave me a gift. Y'all can't see it. Y'all can't hear it. I know it sounds a little distorted to some of y'all ears because you think you're holy But y'all don't know what holy is. What I'm talking about, that's holy. Why? Because it's doing the will of God. The will of the Most High. Of the Creator. The will of the Creator is holy. Do you know what His will is? His will is to serve His purpose. And He has justification behind those laws. What is a law without a penalty if it be broken? Where are the penalties? The penalties were put there, and He called His specific people to usher those things out. Y'all took away His people, y'all took away the penalties. Y'all took away His law. See what I mean? But y'all don't want to believe that. I speak on the penalties. When I be rapping, when I be talking about this, that, and the third, you would love to call it something different. But it's actually the holy work of the Creator. You don't want to believe it. Now, how are we going to come out of Babylon again? Well, we're going to be going through those portals. How could we all come out of Babylon almost at once? How can we come out of destruction if we're in the midst of it? When He said He's going to pick us up and place us out of the midst of destruction? Well, if the destruction's here on this earth, then what is we at? Come out of Babylon, my people? He's telling you to cross over. But you can't get through without the Spirit. See what I'm saying? Holding on to anything in this world is going to keep you back, tied to this world. And in these times, it ain't where you want to be. I know some of y'all watch the rapture tapes. As much of a lie that them things been telling y'all, it's something like that. It's something like it, but worse. Worse, because on them rapture tapes, they didn't show y'all how He had all those other entities coming out and attacking the people. They didn't show y'all that. They didn't tell y'all how He was releasing the black mist from hell. They didn't show y'all that in these Left Behind movies. Now this is the day of Christ, the same thing like the Passover, but this time y'all not putting no blood over y'all houses, y'all doors. That means your house is going to have to now be covered by the Spirit of God. That's your only way of being safe in that house, being a safe zone in these times. Your house is going to have to be covered by the light. Physically or spiritually. Because one of these days it's going to get real dark. And you're going to understand why you even going to need a physical light in the first place. Because light is the physical thing. That's why when He said, let there be light, physical things came out to be. And this is why when it says the weapons of warfare are not carnal, but to the pulling down of strongholds, do you know what that is? What is the weapon of that warfare? It's light. Simply light. Okay? So, flashlight. Oh, but by the way, Most High Christ told me 35 to 4,500 lumens or better. It's your best bet. Why? Because it's going to be a dark time that's going to happen. And He told me to let the people know that they're going to have to use those things. The church as well. Lithium batteries. You need lithium batteries, right? And you're going to have the strong ones. I would suggest 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 mAh because they last longer. Okay? They last longer with a charge. And we ain't going to talk about these things yet because we ain't really got there to that part. But I am going to be coming back and doing videos on that this day of darkness because it's going to be a day of darkness and the church is kind of going to be here for that. Temporarily, a little bit part of the tribulation time. That's our hour of test though. So while it's all starting to happen, we're kind of still here. But we'll be getting ushered out in the midst of. All right? So, till next time, it's your boy Don Illuminati. It was good talking to y'all. Peace and one love.